Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. I'm telling you guys, 2024 I think is the year of the red pill. And every time I say that, I need to clarify, I don't mean the whole, co-opted alpha male, pick up chicks in the street red pill stuff, not the MGTOW stuff. I'm talking about the original red pill, the 2016 red pill, a political awakening, starting to see stuff for what it really is, starting to understand the levers of power, and most importantly, starting to see the puppet strings. 2024 is the year. I think it really started in the pandemic. A lot of people, were kind of forced to be chronically online. What else are you going to do when you're forced in your house? I think some seeds were planted during that time, and now we are starting to see them blossom. And some of those blossoming entities have names. Names like Elon Musk. Of course, I think we've seen his political journey, so to speak, play out right in front of us. And another name is Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan gets it. He's always kind of gotten it, but it seems as though now he really gets it. I want to show you guys a clip of Joe Rogan that's going viral on Twitter. And the reason I want to put so much emphasis on this clip is because this clip is me. It's exactly how I feel. It represents my exact journey, my exact feelings. It's the reason I started this YouTube channel. It's the reason the About section on my YouTube channel has been the same since 2019, former liberal, looking to shine light on the hypocrisy that pushed me away from the left. That's exactly what Joe Rogan describes here. And so, of course, it's near to my heart. I want to have a conversation about it. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, friends, so let's first start off by just taking a look at this Joe Rogan clip, and then we'll have a conversation.
Austin people are great people. They're really nice. They're nice. They're not shitheads. They're not Hollywood people. They're not lost in this fake world of leftist ideology that everybody's trapped in. They're just people. They're just regular people, man. And those people exist outside of these blue bubbles where everyone's gone insane. Well, I used to be a part of the blue bubble. I was 100% a left-leaning person who lived in Los Angeles. I was 100%. I never voted Republican my whole life. I was very left-leaning, especially with any social issues. When it comes to financial things, I'm a little bit more conservative, but at the end of the day, I'm way more left than I am right. But California went nuts, man. It's gone full communist. It's out of its mind. And their approach to law enforcement is so insane. It's so insane. The no cash bail, the letting people out for committing violent crimes, the not stopping people for stealing up to whatever money it is. What is it, $900 now? I think they raised it. I think they made it a little higher. San Francisco is non-existent. Most of San Francisco is emptied out of big chain stores and big department stores.
I won't even do stand-up there anymore.
It's crazy.
They ruined it.
They ruined the city.
Yeah,
I mean, you can bring it back. The structure's still there. But you'd have to have some hardcore Rudy Giuliani type motherfucker to come in there and knock heads.
Wow.
And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. They're peace, love, and granola and fucking wear a mask.
I'm in the middle now.
I'm in the middle.
I never thought I would ever say that.
Never.
It only happened in this last year.
Right, exactly.
I just went, I can't do it anymore. People that you thought were aligned with you are now mad at you about shit.
They're in a cult. It's got all, Mark Andreessen, who's a brilliant venture capitalist guy, explained it to me in very clear terms, what the definition of a cult is, how you can get excommunicated, how you get shamed for having differing opinions, the group think, he's it's a cult. And he's right. He's 100% right.
Yeah.
It's just hard to say because then people in the cult will attack you. But they're not attacking you for a reasonable, it's not logical, the way they're attacking you. They're attacking like someone attacks religious beliefs.
Yeah. And
some of these religious beliefs, it gets into these weird gray areas, like trans people in women's bathrooms. Says who?
Yeah.
Says who? How do you know that's a real trans person?
Yeah.
And to even say that those guys are real, you get excommunicated. You get treated like you're a Nazi.
I never even cared about it.
Didn't care at all.
Yeah, whatever you are, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? But it's I can't do it anymore.
I think it's engineered. I really
do. By who?
By China and by Russia.
Oh, no, Chinese.
Yeah, I think what they're doing by manipulating social media, manipulating algorithms, I think some of it is natural. Don't get me wrong. I think some of it would.
It started off pretty based, I have to admit. It started off pretty good, but it ended even better. People are coming to the realization, there's a couple bullet points here that I think we should cover. Firstly, that the left is a cult. They act like a cult. I think that's very accurate to say. Secondly, that the left is going full-blown frickin' communist. And look, it's not Soviet communism, it's mostly cultural Marxism and a slow overhaul of American, let's call it, governing philosophies. And the last part, and probably the best part, is that Joe Rogan seems to be coming to the realization that it's all inorganic. There is no other way to view this issue in my view. Essentially, Joe Rogan is calling back to the Yuri Bezmenov demoralization theory. He gets it. He finally sees it. It's the type of thing that I'm always talking about. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. You know, the idea that we're seeing such profound cultural change in such a short period of time, in the past, let's call it 10 to 12 years, the notion that this is just simply organic change, I guess it's the new digital age, is BS. There's no way. You know, the whole world, and especially the first world, is experiencing this sort of tech revolution that we've lived through, but most of the issues of cultural Marxism, the social issues, all the wokeism, the gender stuff, well, it seems to be mostly happening in the United States and Commonwealth nations. In other words, the most powerful Western nations on the globe. All the countries that you would expect to be target number uno of the Chinese-Russian alliance seem to be experiencing all of this demoralization and cultural chaos. I think seeds of chaos have been planted, the expected result probably being the collapse of American society, but I don't think that's what's happening at all. In fact, I think the exact opposite is happening, as Elon Musk put it. The tide has turned against the woke. People are starting to wake up, their eyes are starting to open to the absolute insanity that surrounds them, and people are finally getting confident enough, thanks to people like Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, and let's even add Bobby Lee to the list, because, you know, he's speaking during the podcast as well. Whether you agree with them or not, they're all thought leaders. I don't want to use the term because it's cringy, but in this case it's accurate. Influencers, people who could actually influence thought out there, well, now they feel confident enough to speak up against the nonsense. And that right there seems to be changing everything. You know, cultist dogma can only be enforced through intimidation and fear. If the counteracting force is no longer intimidated, no longer scared, but most importantly scared to speak, things start to shift, and that's exactly what's happening. People are waking up like never before and starting to realize the clear threat that we face, and that threat is communism, social Marxism. You know, in the 2010s, especially during the Obama days, it was kind of like a meme. You'd hear left-wingers making fun of Republicans, making fun of those Republican hicks who call everything they don't like communism. And maybe there was a certain truth to that, it was a funny trope for a reason. But nowadays, you even have left-wingers like Joe Rogan warning about this march towards communism. Reality has become parody. There's a mass awakening currently happening, and it's the exact same awakening that I felt back in 2015, 2016. A lot of us didn't really move politically. I did much more than Joe Rogan did on economic issues and even social issues. I'm a lot more conservative than I used to be. I mean, if we're attributing labels, I'd say I'm a pretty staunch conservative. I'm a pretty hardcore conservative these days, but I haven't really moved that much, especially on economic issues. It's the left that's gone so far off the cliff, so far off the deep end. That was kind of a catalyst to my political realizations. After Elon Musk bought Twitter, remember that meme that he posted? That is the exact feeling. That is what is encapsulated in this YouTube channel, encapsulated in that Joe Rogan clip. People are finally waking up to this attempted communist, globalist overtake of American society, North American and Western society. And that right there, let me tell you, is a big, big problem for the cultural Marxists, who have currently embedded themselves within the power structure of the American corporate world, and of course the DNC. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you. Not much else that needs to be said. I think Joe Rogan said most of it. I added my little 2 cents. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.